Ever dreamed of finding love after spending hundreds and thousands on skincare? Well, luckily for you, we have the top 10 romance anime where the MC got a glow up. Number 10, Lookism. If you think you'll never see the face of trouble again when you suddenly get to transform from being the ugly duckling into the campus heartthrob, then you're wrong. Because that's exactly Park Hyung-suk's dilemma. After years of name-calling, beat-ups, and humiliation from being chubby and weak, God decided to give him a pretty weird favor. Park now has 2 bodies, and the other one's a total smoke show. Now he's got a new lease on life, but with it comes the jealousy from his classmates and constant guys wanting to fight. A look at the life of a guy who's got it all, the good and the bad.
私ハヌルっていうのよろしくね。
ああ、よろしく。
ほら、やっぱ飛びついた。とにかくいい男を見つけるとすぐアピるよね。
This one's a bit of a surprise hit. Netflix anime doesn't always get the best reputation, but the animation's pretty good and the characters' designs faithful to the source. The characters are great and fun to talk to. There won't be a moment of boredom watching this. Number 9, The Fruit of Evolution.
聖一、私がわからない？
まさかサリアなのか？
If romance is involved, you know we're gonna add a harem anime for you degenerates. Saichi Hiragi had a little intro to Truck-kun and now finds himself with all the overpowered abilities you'd expect from an isekai protagonist. Now, he attends a magical academy and deals with a mysterious organization bent on something sinister. But who cares about that? Saichi got waifus to collect and he's okay guy personality will get him girls from the trope-like to an actual gorilla.
ここから俺の新たな冒険が始まる。どんなことが待っているかは全くわからない。でも
楽しみだね、聖一。
Now, this anime is pretty fun, but not for its overarching plot. The plot is just there as an exercise for the characters to interact and have fun. This also brings to the highlight of the anime, the waifus. Each one of them is pretty gun and wacky on their own, and the way they interact with each other and the hero makes the anime a hit and keeps you wanting more. Number 8, True Beauty.
マジすげえ。本物だ。
あ、イムジュギョンだ。うわ、綺麗。
あの女神候補。
みんな私ばっかり見てる。
Do any of you believe that women are the living transformers walking freely on Earth? Tired of being treated as a lesser person since middle school, she's used every beauty product you definitely can't name to become the #1 girl in her school. The problem is, the new transfer student and heartthrob Lee Suho saw her bare face. Now her school life is depressingly making sure the secret isn't out and dealing with an apparent love triangle. Along the way, she might learn that beauty isn't only skin deep.
ページの C まで覚えてるの？あなたオタク
？57ページ2コマ目に出てくるの。当てて、これ譲って欲しかったら。
I mean, few anime can truly fit the criteria like this one. The animation looks pretty unique and captures the webtoon style. Lim is a pretty fun character to watch, and there's a lot of comedy in her desperate attempts to keep her secret. But love interests actually serve the plot, and overall it's an anime you don't want to miss. Number 7, Grandpa and Grandma Turn Young Again.
ばあ様は綺麗に決まっとろうが。
じいさま？
あんたにばあ様の何がわかる？ばあ様には一生かけても伝えきれないよ、それは。
落ち着け。
The apple that killed Snow White sent an old couple back in time. Maybe the universe really has some favorites. Shozu and Inosato have been married for 60 years, blissfully managing their apple trees. While one of their apples had a bit of a kick to it, a 60-year reversal kick that is, the two find themselves young again after a bite and now have new opportunities and activities to explore. Who knows? Maybe even stoke the fires of their romance too.
翔太くん東京行くなら私も行きたいな。孫と行く新婚旅行悪くないな。
This one's a bit of an interesting addition because technically the glow up they get is one they already had, but I'm counting it. You'd think the plot only followed the couple, and while they are a highlight, the side characters get a chance to shine too. The anime is remarkably cozy, the art style is lovely, and their family dynamic feels realistic. If you want cozy, this is for you. Number 6, I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too.
あららどうしたのかしら顔が赤いわよみゆちゃん
そんなことないですよ
そう
Glow ups happen in a lot of ways. Sometimes it's looks, sometimes it's in real estate and godlike powers. Yuya Tenjo is your classic case of a kind boy kicked down by literally everyone. You have to wonder if he deserves it at that point. Still, after the only one who cared about him dies, he opens a door to a magical land and gains just about all the benefits an isekai protagonist can get. Now he's finally got the shot to go from zero to hero.
初めてなんですからしょうがないですよね
あいえはい
This anime is the comfort food of its genre. Sometimes you want a little familiarity, and this anime has some banger beats that keep us entertained. The hero's likable and the romance is pretty decent, but overall it's a show you know you'll like. The animation's pretty solid too, and who doesn't like an anime MC that has that classic spiky hair? Number 5, 3D Kanojo.
お前なんで浴衣じゃねえんだ
小さいお祭りだし
俺はネットで調べて着付けてきたのに
ごめんね
で何をすればいいんだ
Hikari Tsutsui has committed the worst crime in society, being an anime a bit too much. A subject of mockery to his class, Hikari takes comfort in the world of otakudem. Things change when he meets Iroha Igarashi, the essential opposite of our main character. Brash, pretty, and promiscuous, Hikari, through their meeting, would end in his ruin. Instead, Iroha's taken a special interest in him, and the two now must deal with each other, from an otaku who won't change to a girl who wants to get him out of his shell.
難しいな気持ちを言葉にするのは難しい
This one's pretty interesting because the glow up factor is actually pretty central to the story and takes place throughout. It definitely helps that the anime is beautiful and the character design is top notch. The interactions and growing bond between the two make this anime worth watching and keeping track of. Number 4, NHK ni Yukoso.
会話のテクニックはもういいからさ昨日の質問に答えてよほら夢分析の結果たくましい蛇はリンゴは銃は何を象徴してるのかな
Tatsuhiro Sato is the perfect stand-in for anime fans. Unsociable, anxious, and unable to have a conversation. Essentially a shut-in for 4 years, the only thing that occupies his time is examining every conspiracy known to man, but especially the one where an evil organization is trying to foster people like him. Things change a bit when Misaki Nakahara enters the field, and we watch the struggles of Sato escaping neatdom and entering the world of basic human interaction.
ああら
お尻打った
First off, the main character's energy is kind of lousy, and it works wonders for the story. The concept of a NEET evolving and bettering himself is not new, but it usually happens in a new world, so having it based in reality is pretty interesting. The struggle of battling anxiety is something we can all resonate with, and the bond forming between him and the love interest makes the show a unique watch. Number 3, bottom tier character Tomozaki.
あのね友崎くん私こういう話するの初めてで嬉しいです
俺も
Apparently, gaming isn't the only reason why guys don't get girlfriends, though it will take a while for Fumiya Tomozaki to figure that out. One of the top-ranked players in the game Attack Families, he eventually gave up, blaming the game for his lack of social ability and no friends. Things change when he meets another ultra player in the game, Aoi Hinami. The thing is, she's also incredibly popular, smart, and social, so Fumiya's theory is in the dust. Now, Aoi makes it her mission to help him succeed in the most dangerous game of all, life.
人生はね戦闘に負けた時にこそ経験値が入るものなのよ
This may be one of the most culturally relevant anime out there. It explores themes and ideas that hit home for many viewers. Moreover, the characters go through a lot together as they begin to learn about the life and struggles each had and steadily improve throughout the series. A slow burn that ignites the heart. Number 2, Masamune-kun's Revenge.
私は力磨いてくから
あなたは近寄らないでね、絶対よ。
なんだあいつ、なんだあいつ、なんだあいつ、どうしてくれようかこの女。
You can live well for yourself or crush your enemies, and Masamune and Makabe certainly chose the latter. Mocked and ridiculed for being overweight, Masamune worked hard to reinvent himself into an attractive and charming man so he can get revenge on the one who hurt him most, his old crush Aki Adagaki. As it turns out, things are never as easy as you planned it, and what makes it worse is when he gets a note from someone using his old nickname.
仕方なくね。どうせそんなことだろうと思ったわ。
じゃあどう言えばいいんだ。君が好きだからとか言ってもどうせ信じやしないんだろう。
Now you might be asking, is this your typical harem anime? Yes, but actually no. While the premise is actually pretty common, it's the actions of Masamune that make it interesting. The art style is pretty decent and the voice actors are top-notch performers. The most important part, the characters are handled really well and make the story a refreshing breath into the world of harem anime. Number 1, Horimiya.
宮村、ちょっと入れ墨見せてくんない？
いいよ。
They say opposites attract, though that might be because they're more similar than they let on. At least that's the case for Koyoko Hori and Izumi Miyamura. You'd think there's nothing to talk about with Hori being your typical popular girl and Miyamura looking like your average outcast. But underneath the facade are two kids struggling with things they prefer to hide.
どこにも行かないよ。お前なんかいらないって。顔も見るのも嫌だって。どこかへ行ってしまえって。堀さんがそう思わない限り。
There's so many reasons for this anime to deserve the number 1 spot. First off, it looks amazing. The character designs are great and each person feels unique and different. The voice actors play their role phenomenally and the music's a banger. The thing that really sets it off is the characters and the bonds they share. Because of that and more, it's number 1 in our list of the top 10 romance anime where the MC got a glow up.